Shamai! I'm going to take a little look at this today. The Lava U Concert Ukulele. Now, I don't normally introduce an instrument in its case, but as this is sort of being marketed as a space age package, I thought I'd better show you the ukulele in its case as well. So there are, I've got rid of the case for a minute, but I am going to come back to that. I did show you a little sneaky peek of this when I first got it a few months ago, but I just wanted, now I've had it a little while, want to show you guys a bit more about it and give it a bit more of a review. So the Lava U, made by the company Lava. This is a concert version. Yeah, it's very, very different looking to a traditional wooden ukulele. Right, some of the points that I need to get across. First of all, it's available as a concert and a tenor in a range of colours: red, black, gold, pink, blue, red, and of course this lovely sparkle purple. I actually bought this when I went to the uke room back in the summer. It was on sale, so I didn't pay the full price, which is currently, I think it's $329 for a concert and $349 for a tenor. So we're not talking about cheap instruments. I got it a little bit cheaper than that, but I did buy it. So one of the main selling features, apart from the shape of this, is the fact it's got inbuilt effects and an inbuilt speaker. I will talk more about those in a moment and we will have a listen to it, but I just want to read you one of the marketing phrases straight from the Lava website. Using mechanical simulations and algorithms, we created a 142-piece bionic structure that produces a brighter tone in a far more organic way. What does that mean? But you've got to say it's right up there with the marketing. It looks different. You can see there's been an awful lot of thought and design gone into this. In terms of holding it, it really is very nice. It's very tactile. It's got a sort of matte or satin finish to it. It's quite a unique design. It's being marketed as carbon fibre, which isn't strictly true because it's a composite. Yes, there is carbon fibre in there. Again, they claiming it's a one-piece injection moulded air sonic carbon fibre design. You've got to love some of the marketing that goes with these. But you can see, you know, there's an awful lot of thought just straight into that. Okay, so the actual specs of it, I did mention it's available concert and tenor. It's saying a one-piece mould. Now, I'm not sure about that. I can't really tell underneath, okay, but the edges of it are really, really smooth to hold. It's got a scale from there to the bridge of 375mm, the nut width 39mm, so it's not really narrow, okay. 16 frets. It's got a pickup inside again. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. Matte neck, quite a flat neck to it. And then these. This is something I am particularly impressed about. The tuners. They're defined as screwless tuners. They work really, really smoothly. I'm not sure if something goes wrong, because obviously you can't get into them, but they are a nice design feature on here. It comes with Lava's own strings. There does seem to be little beads on the bottom. Obviously I haven't tried changing the strings, but they look easy enough to do. The action on it, I did check this a couple of days ago. It's not that low, to be honest. 12th fret, I would say round about 3mm, maybe slightly lower. So it is on the high side with the action. It's got the saddle is a compensated saddle by there. Again, everything is nice and colour coordinated in this sparkling purple. There is a strap button there. I'm going to talk about that a bit more in a minute. And this just really nice rounded back, which does make it very, very comfortable to play. Another selling feature Lava is claiming with this is it will withstand very high and very low, both temperatures and humidity. All right, we have, apart from it raining all the time, we don't really have extremes here in Wales, but it is something that they're using as a selling point. And they do make guitars as well, Lava. In fact, they've got quite a range of guitars. They look similar to this, but include, some of them go even further with the built-in technology and got apps and little smart screens and things as well. So that's the specifications talked about. Let's hear it to start with, and then I will mention a few of the features. So at the moment now, not plugged in at all, not switched on. Let's just hear. Hasn't got the longest sustain. It's got, I describe it as a mellow tone. It's not that bright. You may have noticed I've got another microphone here for today. There's reasons for that. So I've got my normal overhead and another one. In fact, let's just pull this in a bit. Okay, so I've got the mic quite close now, just to give you guys a fair chance to hear it. Right, so no effects. Inside, there is an on-off button. There is a USB for powering it. It is all charged up. I did that overnight. And then there's another dial to go between the two different delay and chorus effects. And then on this side, we've got reverb, chorus or delay, and volume. So, nothing. Switch it on. I don't know if you can tell much difference. Now, obviously the sound is coming out this way. So at the moment, I've got the dials are at 12 o'clock for reverb. 12 o'clock, I think, is on chorus right now. And the volume is up full. Now, there is supposedly a speaker in here, or rather a transducer which uses the back of the instrument as a speaker. You can just hear a little bit of reverb. All right, so that's at 12 o'clock. I'm going to turn the reverb up to full now. So there's something happening, all right? You can hear reverb. I'm going to turn the chorus up to full now. Bear in mind the volume is on full already. So the chorus. So reverb makes it sound a little bit like it's in a cave. Chorus is meant to make it a fuller sound, as if it's more people playing. On. Off. Now, it could be I use a lot of electric uke and I use a lot of effects. The word that keeps springing to mind is underwhelming. Okay, it could be this microphone will pick up things I am not hearing. And I will plug it into an amp in a minute for you, because obviously it is actually electroacoustic, all right? But my initial reaction is that this inbuilt booster isn't that fantastic. Let's try the delay. So inside I'm sliding the delay across now. So the reverb is still on. Okay, I'll turn that down a little bit. And I'm going to turn the delay back up to 12 o'clock a minute. Delay means you've got a bit of an echo. Keep an eye on the decibel reader as well. As I said, I've been experimenting and really giving this a good play. And I'm not noticing a huge difference with the volume going up with this boost switched on or not. So the way the delay works, I'll go volume is back up again. If I turn the delay off, no delay. You can hear the reverb. If I turn the delay, let's say now, bear in mind, I can barely see this, 1/4, all right? I go up to 12 o'clock. So the higher you turn the delay, the slower before that echo comes in. I'm at, let's say, 10 past at the minute. And then, obviously, what would be the slowest delay if I turn it up full? You can hear it for sure. Delay for a start. When you're using it musically, you've actually got to think where and when you're going to use it for it to impact or have a good impact on the music. Strumming, not great really using delay. All right, it's all about timing using delay. Strumming using the chorus, if I switch that back for a minute. So it's going to be, when are you going to use these effects? Yes, they're gimmicky, all right? And yes, you can go, oh, look, it's magic. And don't get me wrong, go and watch my other videos. I love using effects. But I'm not 100% sure that the effects built into this are going to be that useful for the, you know, the general uke player. And bearing in mind as well, an awful lot of amps, especially the acoustic amplifiers, have reverb and chorus built in, and some of them have got delay as well. So before you go and spend quite a lot of money on one of these, you've got to really think about where and when are you going to use these effects. My personal opinion, the actual boost technology, it's not going to be loud enough for you to be heard over other people. It's certainly not going to be loud enough if you're playing in a concert or something on stage. At that point, I would just recommend plugging it in, which we will do in a minute. So honestly, I think it's a little bit gimmicky. and I'm not really sure how useful these inbuilt effects would be, certainly when the ukulele isn't being plugged into an amp. It's really lovely to play. It's tactile, it's easy to hold, okay? I think maybe the action being a bit lower might make it slightly easier. It comes with Lava own brand strings. Again, the nut width, it's nice to play. I just get that feeling of being underwhelmed by all the technology, and the whole point of this kind of instrument is the technology that goes with it. And I'm sort of gutted to say that, because I'm not against new technology. I've used electric string instruments for many, many years. In fact, myself and a friend were one of the very first people to introduce an entire electric string orchestra. We had our own, and we were using it with the kids in the music service. So I'm not opposed to technology at all. I just, when it's being used, it should at least make it worth the while, especially with a price tag. It is a painted finish. I'm not sure how long this would last for. And this is something else. Let's say now I was going outside to do an outdoor gig. The Freeboost technology in here isn't going to make a massive difference. Would I want to take this at, let's say, £300, or would I want to take my Enya, which is again another composite carbon fibre, which is a lot cheaper, or even one of my really cheap plastic Brunswick ukuleles? I'm guessing this would not be the first one that I pick up to take outside to bash around. I don't want this to be overly negative. If I was maybe 14 or 15, I would have to have one of these, as simple as that. I'm not 14 or 15. I still had to have it. Don't get me wrong, I haven't regretted buying it. The word underwhelmed keeps popping up. How useful are these effects? I'm not sure. As I said, I will plug it in so you can hear them properly. I think of this a little bit like Apple. I love my Apple iPhone. I use a Mac. I've got an iPad. But I hate paying that extra price for things. They work, all right? But you just know it's all this marketing thing. Right, let's talk a little bit more about some of the accessories. I mentioned the strap button. There's only one. It's a unique strap design that sort of buckles onto here. You couldn't even get the straps for a little while. You're talking 50, 60 quid for a strap. Put one in, all right? Charge a little bit more if you need to, but put a strap in with the ukulele package, all right? Please don't expect people to go out and spend that much on an aftermarket product where there is no choice. You can only buy the Lava one. They also do a space charging dock, so you can sit your ukulele in it, I'm assuming. Some kind of a space cable as well, and then the case. So there we are. This is the case. Yes, it's a space case. Gripes I have immediately, there's no strap on it. And I have this gripe with all cases, all right? I want to be able to put things over my shoulder, all right? It's a snazzy little clip, but there you press. Now I want it to go woo as it opens up because it's space tech. It doesn't do that, of course. Yes, it's fitted specially for the ukulele, all right? It's also, let me go like that a second. It's got an accessory case in there, an accessory pocket. It comes with a little package. It comes with white, all right? I keep harping back to Apple, all right? Apple like to put their cables and things in white. That is your USB charging cable. in the actual accessories, don't put your fingers in there. It comes with, it's the whole thing just reminds me of Apple, the way it all works. All right, you've got your little booklet telling you all the wonderful things it does. It's got a plectrum with it, a special space age plectrum. You can hear the sarcasm starting to come through now, can't you? All right, because apart from anything else, if one of the kids in school brought that and I say, please don't use that, it's just a normal pick. All right. Again, we've just got all these wonderful quotes. There is a different path to think of instruments. There are fresh ways to design your songs. Thank you for seeing things differently. Okay. I don't know. Am I getting too cynical in my old age? And a cloth of some kind. All right. So yes, it is a package with it. How useful this will be, how scuffed or scraped it would get. If I'm honest, I can't really see me taking this out of the house very much. I will take it into school to get the reaction from the kids. And as I said, yeah, if I was 14 or 15, I'd be like, oh, this is nice. I just get the feeling for the money this is. Yes, I get there's been a lot of design, there's been a lot of technology, there's been a lot of innovation going into it. It'll be interesting to see whether these sort of, I don't know, how future-proof they are, I suppose. Will they keep designing things and getting different and getting better, or are these going to disappear quite quickly? Right, so as promised, I am going to put it through an amp so you can hear the effects properly. I don't like being negative about anything. And this is why I do want you to hear this through an amp. This amp has got no effects on it at all. So any effects you hear are going to come just from the ukulele. All right, hang on. Okay, so that sounds quite loud. I'm just going to turn the volume down on that a bit. Let's see. Reverb's got to go down a little bit because it does sound like we're in a massive cave or a cathedral. You can hear things clearly now. I've moved that as just by here at the minute, so you are picking up from the cab quite nicely, I hope. Now, this is what I can be positive. They're very clever, all right, with the built-in things. It's when you're not plugged into an amp, it's how useful are they. Let's try the chorus. Usability, the chorus is probably more useful than the delay. Okay, I'm just going to turn the chorus down a little bit as well. So both the chorus and the reverb are on about 12 o'clock. Back to delay. idea of what it is sounding like coming through amplification. All right, as soon as you plug that wire in, the green light comes on. It sort of switches on automatically. All right, and if I turn the volume right the way down, all right, so there is nothing coming through that. Turn up a little bit. So just one more little test. I'm trying to find positives with this, and there are plenty of positives. What I've done now, I've still got it plugged in, but I've actually got it plugged in to my Fishman Loudbox mini amp just behind me. I don't think you can see it at the minute. The reason I've done that is that has got built-in reverb and built-in chorus. So they're off on here now. No reverb, no chorus. All right, that's just to give you an idea. Okay, now I could go full on, turn the reverb and the chorus up on here. Hang on. So the point I was trying to make at the beginning is if you've got an amplifier which has already got reverb and chorus built in, they're going to be, in my opinion anyway, probably a better effect. All right. Let's just try, last little thing, the delay on here and then the reverb and the chorus on the amp. So that is the Lava U Concert Ukulele that comes with the Space Age and all the gubbins and everything, built-in effects, built-in speaker. I want to love it more. I love the look of it, and I can imagine this being very Marmite. You either love it or you hate the look of it. I love the look of it. I love the way it plays. I love the feel of it. And I love the fact that people have thought outside the box and gone down a slightly different route for the design. I love the tuners on it. Things that I don't love is the actual sound it produces. I think that is underwhelming, and I do have to question how useful it would be. You think 300 quid, I should actually mention as well, having played the Flight Soundwave Ukes and this one, I think their technology, which is very similar, is slightly better than this one, okay? So it's underwhelming. When I would use it, I'm not sure. But if you think, let's say £300 for this, you could go and buy an electro-acoustic wooden ukulele, a small cheap amp, and some pedals for that price. And then you've still got your amp, you've still got your pedals, and you can swap and change with any ukuleles. But again, just my opinion, I really want to love this. I'm just struggling a little bit. Things I actively dislike about this is the accessories. If I'm brutally honest, I would probably prefer a cheaper price and not such a space case that doesn't even have a strap with it. The strap on the ukulele itself, I just think, I'm going to use the word rip-off. I'm sorry. I just think that is a rip-off. That's the way Apple works. You buy the initial product and then you've got to buy all the gubbins, which tend to be very overpriced. And in this case, there are no alternatives that I've managed to find at the minute. Okay, so I do actively dislike the price when it comes to the accessories. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the future with these, whether or not they will expand. As I said, the guitars they're doing really have got some inbuilt technology, more than this at the minute. But whether or not these will go forth and continue, or whether or not they will quietly disappear, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'm glad I bought it. I'd have been a bit gutted if I'd paid full price for it. And the word, and I hate using this word, but it's underwhelming. All right, it's going to look very pretty hanging on a wall or in the case somewhere. I will play it in the house. I'm not sure whether I'm going to be taking it out very much, because I don't know how durable this coating is. I can certainly plug it in and use it as an electroacoustic, and that is probably where I'll be using this most, indoors with an amp, possibly with other effects. As I said, it's a nice ukulele to play. Whenever I'm reviewing an instrument, I do try and be as honest as I can, whether I've paid full price for it, whether I've had it as a discount, or whether I've been sent it. An awful lot of the reviews on YouTube, if you noticed, they came out maybe a year or so ago, because these all got sent for people to review. I'm not against people being sent things in the slightest, but be honest about it. Yes, it's magic. Yes, there's technology built in. How useful is it? That's what you've got to ask yourself. Don't be blown away by gimmicks and marketing, all right? When I saw the word bionic, I actually laughed out loud. Have a really good think whether or not you're going to want to purchase this, or whether it's going to be useful to you. That's got to be the main question. Trying not to be too negative. I do love my Lava. There are just a few niggly things that annoy me about it. As always, though, especially if you've got one and you've got your own opinion on it, please feel free, leave a comment below. Give us a like if you've enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos. Thank you for watching.